Mikel, just tell us about the week you've had. How much reflection did you do on the performance at City and how much has been looking ahead?
Well, immediately the reaction in the dressing room I really liked, because I could sense that they were even more convinced than before the game that we're going to do it. And then, yeah, it was a long week, very unusual for us. The sun was shining here in London as well. So we use it to recharge, refresh, talk about a very important things that can help us to win it, and so far very positive.
And little things like the sun shining, it helps. There's been plenty of rainy days in this country.
It helps. It's completely different. Everybody's energy is much better. The time that we spend outside is much more enjoyable. It's been a really positive week.
I imagine the manner of the performance as well gave the players something immediately to sort of grasp and say there was a lot to like about that as well. I mean, how much time did you go over it and what the players did?
Yeah, we saw quite a lot of things, and especially about the team that we want to be, and to do it there when they are fighting for the title, and especially when you see all the teams play against them recently and what happened. We can take credit from that, but at the end we know that actually to win it, a lot of things have to be better or different. In our performances, the last decision making, the way we defended the box, the way we handled with certain big chances that we had, certain decisions as well that they were taking in that game that could have changed the game completely or must have changed the game completely. So we are very aware of everything.
Was it quite an analytical week then in the build-up to that? What sort of information can you...
The analytical part was very short, and it was at the beginning of the week. After, it's focused on us, the things that we want to see, and build again that connection, that clarity towards the game that we want to play against Newcastle, and especially about the 5 games that are left. And tomorrow against Newcastle is game 1. Go for it.
How much work can you actually do with the players as a coaching staff now, and how much is just about muscle memory and repetition of the good things?
Yes, well, in terms of the tactical stuff, we need to do things now is because we haven't prepared so well the whole season. So they know everything. Now is about implementation of a few things, making sure that the players have clarity, high confidence. They are fresh as well to get to games with full energy, and the priority has been there.
As an elite player yourself, how much do players need to lean on coaches at this stage of the season as well? How much is the support network crucial to what they do?
Well, it's important to feel the confidence, the trust and clarity on what we want to deliver on the pitch. But now is a moment from all of us is to take ownership. We can talk all day. We need to go on that pitch and we need to get the job done.
You seem to have characters in the dressing room who are of that mind, though, the ownership. There seem to be senior players, leaders who stand up.
Yeah, we do have a lot of them, and they are very influential. But the young ones as well, and the ones that don't have that experience as well, they have a lot of personality as well to play in this moment.
Let's talk about team selection as well, because you had a few different options against Manchester City that we've not seen before. Is it a time now where you're constantly thinking about what team to select? How difficult is that for you in the position you're in?
Well, that's all year around. That's one of the biggest headaches for any manager, is to nail the lineup, how we start and how we're going to finish the game that you expect at the beginning, and then how we can change it if the context is different. And yeah, we have very different profile of players, which is good. Hopefully tomorrow as well we're going to have another 2 or 3 players back, which is a massive boost for us, and looking forward to it.
Given that it is such a short period now, this little new league that you're in, will you be able to take a few more risks with players who may not be 100% fit for the entire season? How do you view that? Is that another consideration?
A lot of players have played with niggles, with fatigue, with a lot of minutes throughout the season. If there is a moment that you can calculate a risk or make a decision, now is the moment to do it, because the 2 biggest competitions are at stake, but it has to come from the players.
It's brilliant that you're in this position where you're at the top of the table on goal difference, just separating the 2 sides, or goal scores, just separating the 2 sides. You're in the Champions League semi-finals again. The players must be really relishing that. Some from the outside are saying, oh, it's a challenge, it's too much of a challenge. How are the players looking at it? I mean, what a position to be in.
I think we are privileged to be in the position that we are. We are privileged, but we have earned every bit of it through all the work that we've done for 9 months altogether, with all the circumstances that we had as well, that have made it really, really difficult. So we value the position. Now we need to go and grab it.
Can players sort of take a lot from that, and can that carry them through in maybe in different parts of the season? Say it was November and you weren't in these positions, it might be more of a struggle. Do little things like this help carry the players through?
We were in October. We went to Newcastle, and all the questions that I had in the press conference, if you don't win tomorrow, the title race is over. That was it. That was the narrative back in October. So we look with perspective and where we are now in April, we are still not satisfied with the position that we are in. But football changes. You need to live the moment, be present, do your best, and let's see what happens.
And that's the life we're in as well at the moment. There's always questions coming from all external forces that you really don't want influencing the players. But it sounds like from what you're saying that they have quite strong heads in that sense.
Well, they do, because I think it's somewhere going to influence you. I think or you are not prepared or you're not clear in what you have to do. So I think that's the two things that we try to provide to all the players, to the staff, is clarity. And nobody can ever put more demands on you or more pressure than do you to yourself. That's it.
Can I take you back to the closest title race of all time that you were involved in as a player, when you scored a penalty for Rangers in the very last game to take the title from Celtic on goal difference? How much do you remember of that?
It was one of the best moments in my career. I mean, with the rivalry that is as well in that league within the two clubs. So we were 9 months fighting with each other, equal points, equal goal difference, and a 96-minute penalty to be taken when you win it in that manner is just something that I will remember for the rest of my life.
Did you know at the time before the penalty that it was a decisive one?
Yeah, we knew.
They
were telling us all the time because they were very high scores as well in the game, and we knew it was going to be down to the last minute. So you could sense as well the noise in the stadium every time Celtic were scoring, we were scoring. You could tell every time we had the ball, guys, play forward because we need another goal. It was beautiful.
How do you even stand up, let alone run up and take a penalty?
I don't know. I was 20 years old as well, and I was about to take the penalty, and the whole crowd just turns around. They didn't even want to look at the penalty. So it worked well. It was one of the nicest moments that we had together as a club, as I'm sure. And yeah, something to remember.
Do you think as well the fact that you were so young maybe helped? You didn't have that years of experience where you might have got...
Probably. I don't know. I don't know if any other circumstances I would have taken the penalty. It happened that way, and it went well.
Different era and at completely different times, but do little things like that, can they help? Can they help you in terms of looking at your own players and seeing the mindset they're in?
Well, and understanding that everything is possible, and you really have to earn it, you have to stick to it, and if you are convinced that you can do it, there is an energy, there is an aura that is going to push towards that happening.
Well, very best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you
so much.